Pull-ups are too hard. If you're like him and you can't do your first pull-up, I got you. The first exercise that you want to be able to master is the dead hang, and it should look something like this. Essentially, all you're doing is hanging from the bar and building stability as well as strength in your forearms so that you can support yourself on the bar. Now, some people, they complain about how hanging from the bar hurts their hand. Now, the secret trick to this is by placing the bar where your fingers are and not where your finger pads are, because if you grip it by your finger pads, it's going to squish the meat and it's going to hurt. And so you're going to put it around your fingers and grip it like this. Once you have mastered the dead hang for 30 seconds, we can move on to the next exercise, which is scapular pulse. And they look something like this. All that you're really doing is hanging from the bar and protracting your scapula and basically raising yourself up a little bit as far as you can. Now the goal is to try to squeeze at the top, and once you can get about 10 reps of those, we can move on to the next one. Now this next exercise is kind of optional because not everyone has a bar like this that they can hang on to and do rows with, but if you have a bar like this, you can do rows. Something like this also works too. Now here's the most important exercise for you to get your first pull-up, and that is going to be negatives. Negatives is basically just an easier, simplified, assisted version of a pull-up, and it's gonna help you build strength. And it should look something like this. Or even better, you can do it on a shorter bar. So basically all you're doing is getting to the top of the bar, whether by jumping, maybe stepping up onto something. Like I don't have a box here, but if you have a box, you can step onto it and just start from the top. And all you're doing is trying to get to the top of the bar and going down from it as slow as you can, and that will build you your strength for your pull-up. Now if you're even more up to the task, what you can do is actually just try to hold it at the top rather than slowly going down. Or maybe you can go to the top and hold at the top for as long as you can and then go down as slow as you can. The moment that you are able to do 8 negatives in a row and be able to do a static hold for at least 10 to 15 seconds, I guarantee you that you can do your first pull-up. Lastly, you just have to put all the pieces together. You start from your dead hang, you do your scapula pull, you go all the way up, you hold at your static, and you go all the way back down. Here's a demonstration for you all. Dead hang, scapula pull, go up, static, negative, and that's it. If you can't do your first pull-up, it's okay, it's perfectly fine. Just follow this routine, keep practicing, keep working at it. I hope this tutorial was helpful, and as always, I'll see you in the next one, and take care.